What's up, everybody? It's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Dahl E-tech assault rifle as a part of my Does It Suck series. Like other E-tech assault rifles, this is called a blaster, and it does consume 2 ammo per shot. In comparison to the Vladof blaster, we can see that the Dahl version has an inferior damage, an inferior fire rate, an inferior reload speed, and an inferior magazine size. In fact, the only stat that it is better than the Vladof blaster in is a very slightly increased accuracy. But in practice, that doesn't really mean much, considering in burst fire mode, this does fire 2 bullets to the left and right of the main projectile there. Obviously, it does consume 2 ammo per shot, and you can see that the spread, even on this fairly short distance with points in both precision and velocity, the distance here between pellets is large enough to fit an entire bandit head, and that's not really what you would be looking for in a Dahl weapon, which are, at least supposed to be fairly easy to get critical hits with. In non-hipfire mode, in non-ADS mode, in hipfire mode, you'll notice that the weapon shoots in a weird oscillating pattern, sometimes hitting the middle and sometimes hitting the left or the right side of the middle. And that makes this weapon extremely inaccurate in hipfire mode, which makes it a huge ammo waster, and the weird spread of it in hipfire mode also increases its ability to waste ammo. So we'll see how we do here in the Washburn Refinery. Obviously, the Bandit Etech assault rifle was a terrible weapon, and the Vladof one was extremely underwhelming. So we'll see if we can't do better here with the Dahl version. I really don't expect to do much better. So it took 36 rounds of ammunition to kill 1 enemy there. That's just not very good. We'll continue to try to do cool things with it, but I really don't see it as a high likelihood here. Definitely want to kill this guy, so that was good. And now we'll concentrate on this bull loader. Ordinarily, with a half-decent weapon, I go down there and take those 3 enemies out relatively quickly, and we still have this bull loader here at maximum health, so that's not any good at all. We were able to kill him there before his I-beam came out, though, so that was excellent. And we'll continue to try to deal damage to these enemies and try to see how bad this weapon might actually be. Now, right away I can tell you that already I do not like this weapon very much at all. It's extremely disappointing to me that there are weapons this bad in the game. But, whatever. This is one of those cases where they tried to do something, I don't know if you'd call it creative, interesting, unique, but in practice it just turns out to be a relatively useless weapon. And I don't think that is good practice, or, good game design. They made such a huge deal about Etech weapons, even having a whole quest to introduce an Etech weapon. And then they kind of suck. Like, this thing, it consumes extra ammo, it has less critical hit damage than a normal assault rifle, and overall its DPS is just horrendous, especially its practical DPS because of the way that it fires. And that just, it doesn't seem like it would be something that you want. Go ahead and take this guy out here. His critical hits were spread on the floor for me, and I tried to get the right distance to get the 3 to all hit a critical hit there. So it worked out at that range. So it looks like at a very specific range on a loader, this gun can do something that is not absolutely terrible and worthless. But those instances will probably be few and far between. We've already used a significant part of the second largest ammo stock in the game. Only SMGs have a larger ammo pool than assault rifles do, and it just kind of goes to show that after killing, I don't know, whatever that was, a dozen enemies, that you have really already eaten up a huge amount of your assault rifle ammo, which isn't very good at all. Well, it killed this badass loader a little bit quicker than I was expecting. Honestly, I was expecting this to be head and shoulders below. I guess you'd call that like knees and feet below, since you say head and shoulders above. But I guess that would be like feet and knees below or something. The Vladof Etech assault rifle, but it's not that bad. It's not noticeably worse than the Vladof Etech assault rifle. Just neither of the weapons happen to be any good. I consider their ammo consumption to be a huge turnoff in this particular case. But also, like damage per magazine is a huge turnoff as well, because they don't reload incredibly quickly, and if they're going to reload this slowly, I feel like their magazine should probably do a little bit more damage. It is surprising to me that this weapon functions okay with bore when I'm in ADS mode. And I wonder if it has something funky going on with the way it creates multiple projectiles there. Because when I'm boring enemies with it, it seems to be doing more damage than I would be expecting, which I'm not really sure what the cause is there. But that's okay. We'll let these exploders blow up, and then we'll get ready to take on real gun loaders after this. We'll see how we do. Should reload, I guess, while we have the time here. Obviously, we're going to be going through for the bore here because I see that as one of our only real ways to deal good damage, but we didn't get it on the power loader. Being that he's just a power loader and he's not that dangerous at range, I'm going to kind of avoid... oh, wow, taking damage there because I was standing in front of my decoy, so that was a mistake. I'm going to leave the power loader because he basically becomes an accessory at this point rather than an actual threat. And because of that, we'll wait for this exploder to go and blow himself up, and then leave these two power loaders who I feel a lot more comfortable dealing with than, say, two hot loaders and an R loader or something, whatever that could theoretically spawn. Alright. So if these are the last two loaders, which they appear to be at this point, we'll go ahead and try to bore them to death. Alright, so now there's this big badass loader. Against the first badass loader, it really went better than I was expecting, so we'll see if we can't get those same results here. Uh-oh, probably gonna die now. Need these transfusion trails. Okay, cool. If we would have went down, we would not have been able to get a second win due to the way that this weapon, fires in hip-fire mode. We definitely wouldn't have been able to kill that guy, I don't believe, especially at the angle we had him at. So, either way, we made it through that. It wasn't very good. I've made it through this map so far, but it would be hard for me to say that this weapon doesn't suck. I mean, it's pretty damn bad. This is kind of a specific case scenario, here against loaders where it can actually do okay, but those are going to be few and far between. We have gotten lucky with getting multiple exploders and power loaders to spawn. We haven't got the most difficult enemy configuration that we could, and I think that has helped this weapon kind of make it through the map to this point. We'll see if we're able to make it through the rest of the map here. Gonna go for the bore on that junk loader there. I don't know if we were able to get anything going, but there's still the hot loader behind him, which is kind of blocking the damage from the hot loader, so that's good. Again, this weapon performs okay with bore. Not as good as... Wow, did that hot loader just shoot that barrel? Did he just get mad because that barrel was damaging him and decide to shoot at it? I think that's what happened there. I'm not entirely certain. So, two exploders kind of cornered me there, and I couldn't move. That kind of sucked. Luckily, I was above health gate, so we're okay there. We're definitely going to kill this hot loader before he causes us any more issues. And now we have a gun loader over here to take out. You can see how at range, those extra pellets from the burst fire mode just don't manage to do any amount of damage at all that's worth a damn. And that's really not what you would look for in an assault rifle. I'm not saying an assault rifle needs to have sniper rifle accuracy and range, but you would expect it to be better than your average SMG, and this is not the case. Wow. So I've had to, fight this war of attrition pretty slowly here with this weapon, and it's not getting any easier for me now. So I would definitely say that this weapon sucks. It's bad. We'll try to kill Pervy and stuff with it, but I don't see that as very likely. Barely jumped over that I-beam, so that was kind of cool. We are completely out of ammo at this point. I mean, we're at 16, which is almost completely out of ammo, I guess. And we'll grab a little bit more ammo here before we proceed. Got up to 160 rounds there, so who knows? We'll try to continue here. There'll be a couple more loaders for us to kill. One that comes out of this door, maybe one that's still down the stairs, and one that's still upstairs as well. So we'll get ready to kill all of them. The one that's down the stairs is already moved, so that's good. Kind of want this guy to come down here. Alright, perfect. Alright, so I'm going to get just a little bit more ammo up here. There's still one power loader and one gun loader for us to kill, most likely. And then we'll try to take on Pervy and his friends. We'll see how we do. Oh, the power loader's already spawned, I guess, or already been defeated. So, it's just this guy before Pervy and his friends. Now, it's important to note that this weapon ran completely out of ammo, almost. Trying to make it through the Washburn Refinery, that is not especially good. We'll go ahead and move forward now and try to kill these loaders that are going to be at 4-player health scaling. This is probably not going to work out incredibly well for us, but we can try. Got kunai here on this first guy. Went for the range where I knew I could do some damage to him. So really you have to be like within shotgun range to use this weapon. And if you're going to be in shotgun range due to a lot of shotgun's potential power and everything, you'd probably want to use a shotgun because this is just entirely inferior option to, you know, a good shotgun, like one of the quad barrels we've been testing recently. Kill that guy there before he gets his eye blast off. Now, because Pervy is so small, we're going to have to be next to adjacent to him. That's kind of a weird phrase, next to adjacent. I'm meaning to say like almost adjacent, you know, but next to means adjacent. They're synonyms or kind of meanings that are like similar meanings. I don't know what you'd say. That was just a kind of funny phrase. Anywho, we've killed Pervy now, so that's goodish. But still, bad weapon overall. Alright, so that may have been the last of the enemies in here. So that's good. I guess we made it through the Washburn Refinery with this particular weapon at OP8. So that's kind of cool, but it is definitely not enough for me to say that this weapon doesn't suck. There are just so many better options available. I don't know, tell me what you guys think. If there are any fans of the Dahl E-tech assault rifle, please explain to me how you would use this weapon effectively and in a manner in which it would not be completely inferior to other options. Overall, to me, this weapon, definitely relative to other options available, does suck. And it's one of those cases where I just feel like they tried to do something special with the weapon and really dropped the ball. It'd be cool if this weapon did have a practical use where it was the best option for something, or at least it was a top tier or high tier option for something, but there are literally zero cases I can think about where that will be the case. In fact, running through Washburn Refinery here was probably about the best case scenario for this weapon. You know, only fighting loaders and fighting loaders that have multiple critical hit spots and everything so that we can try to make some use out of this weird spread pattern that it has. But if this is the best this weapon can do, I really would say that this weapon is awful. And against other enemies, other scenarios, it would be even worse. So as always, guys, I do thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you haven't yet taken the time to subscribe, please do so. Otherwise, I do hope to catch you next time. But the answer to the question, does it suck, as it relates to the Dahl E-tech assault rifle, is a definite yes in my mind. One more time, guys, I do hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.